We're building the boat from scratch. Look at that. All right, so let's get into it. It's good to buy things in twos, you know. I bought 2 Wave Runner 500s. I bought 2 Kawasaki 300s. 500 pump. That build I'm doing another time, probably another Predator build. But in the meantime, Kawasaki made a 300cc single cylinder. Good thing about buying 2 is basically I can make one complete motor between the 2. One had no ignition. One had reeds, one didn't. One piston was bad. But look at this little thing. Around 30 horsepower. I got the other one torn apart there. But before I get carried away, I built kind of a jig to keep things from warping when I weld. But so far, I'm at 8 foot by about 4 feet. 10-degree dead rise. But that's the start. Not sure where I'm going to go with it, but I wanted to update you guys. No rush on this one, trying to do it right. I tend to just, you know, go balls deep, gung-ho with stuff, but there's a fine line between getting it done and not cutting too many corners. Been taking this out. Best part, you know, sprays the water out the back. But that's where we're at. Hopefully in this video, I'll try to do more fabrication work on camera. I know it, to me it seems stupid cutting metal, but maybe it'll make it easier sharing the process on how I'm going about things. So stay tuned. All right, so here's maybe a little better idea of what we got going on here. Not sure about my length or width yet. Hang on, let me get this light off. All right, so something like this. I was gonna put the motor back. I'm leaning more towards sitting on the motor. I did think about putting the motor up front, long drive shaft. But to show you guys, you know, some machine work, let's take you out back. I don't use this much, but a lot of guys use like a 550 pump, but I want to use this pump because it's smaller. But this is very critical to have this lip square, all the same, because it's the mounting surface. And the way this pump is designed, it determines on where my impeller is squared in the housing here. So my plan is to mock this up in there and then machine that. So that's what I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to get it as squared and straight as possible and see how this turns out. I have 2 of these because, again, like I said, I bought 2 jet skis and I blueprinted one of them, which you could call cleaning up casting marks. Like those lips I took out, cleaned it up a little bit, and then to make this spin without wobbling too much, I cleaned up all these mounting bracket here, and it actually turned out pretty good. So see if we can make some metal shavings here in a minute. Yeah, bro.
That would have been a nice heads up.
Alright.
I don't want to be in your video.
It's not perfect, but it's a start. I'll show you guys my intentions here in a minute. Alright. I'll show you. If you're familiar with like the Yamaha pumps, they run like a threaded rod. That's my goal. So, this is an intake I gotta make. I got one coming from Sitka Engineering, but boom. Then I'll machine a groove for this to slide in. Then run threaded rods through there and it'll clamp in there. But how about that? God, that's sweet. What else is on my list? Figuring this out. But it's a start of the Kawasaki 300. This is a JS and that's an SX, but yeah, exciting. Another weekend down. All right, well, I got these pumps out. I'll show you. So this is the one I blueprinted, where I cleaned out those lips there. Jeez. All right, that's all smooth. And as you can see, I took off all these. So we'll see. I basically got 2 chances to make one work, so yeah, that's it. All right, so we got this welded up, tacked up, but as you've seen before, so I machined this down better and square. Now this, those bolts aren't lined up yet, but kind of like the Yamaha 500 pumps, that fits very snug into there. So it'll be something like that. Bolted, long bolt through. Let me see if I got one. Yeah. Something like this. So that's kind of where we're at. I also hammered that out, but stay tuned. That might be in the next episode.